think of a really cool look to do for Valentine's Day for people who are going out. And for some reason, I was inspired by the video I did on Rey from Star Wars and how she has these buttons going back down the bottom of her head. So I kind of came up with this romantic kind of curly look to wear out for Valentine's Day that kind of looks like a mohawk in the back, but it's very elegant and put together in the front. So I hope you enjoy. So you're going to start with dry hair. I'm using a Hot Tools 1-inch curling iron for this look. I love Hot Tools. I'll always use Hot Tools. And this doesn't have to be neat. You're just trying to add texture to your hair. So I'm literally curling the hair and just letting it drop. You don't have to go through the whole process of pinning it up to set. You want to put texture in your hair with curls because the texture makes it easier to create elegant, kind of organic looks. It's like trying to draw a doodle with only straight lines versus trying to draw a doodle with curves and loops. You're going to get a lot more girly, elegant look with curls and loops than you are with straight hair, which would be good for like going clubbing or something like that. So I'm putting this texture in my hair, and you're just going to continue with the entire side until that whole side is curled. And then once you finish that side, you move on to the other. Once your hair is curled, you can start creating the look. Again, it doesn't have to be beautiful, you're just trying to make that texture. So my first step is I'm going to take the top half of my hair with 2 fingers just above my ears, and I'm going to back comb this section. So I take the very back and back comb it, separate it in half, and then back comb the front half. And that's just to create some volume at the front of your head. I'm a big fan of that like front bump. And then you're going to gather it into a small ponytail. Now, need to explain this. What I actually do with this front section is twist it and pin that top twist, just like I did in my warm gold holiday look with Steph video. And that's a typical way that I pin the top. But I found it was really hard to explain how to do the other ones on camera. So I'm actually going to show you what you're going to do with other sections of your hair with the top section so you can see it really well. So I take the top section and I'm going to tie it with an elastic. I am using these super, super tiny rubber bands, and the reason I use them is because they hide in your hair. I have ones that are kind of like an orangey yellow, so they really don't show up, and they're very small, so they don't create any bulk in your hair. And you're going to tie it around your hair about 3 times, and then you're going to make a topsy tail, which were really popular in the 80s. And what you would do is take that top of your hair and flip it into a hole right there. But I'm actually going to do it the opposite way. So I'm flipping it underneath my hair, pulling it all the way through, and then pulling on the ponytail to tighten it. What this does is it creates a really voluminous ponytail that you can work with. So that is what you're going to do for the next 2 sections of hair. So now you're going to take the second section, which is right in parallel with your ears, and take that into a ponytail, tie it in the same type of elastic that we used for that top one, and do the exact same inside out topsy tail. Now we're going to do the last section of hair. This section is right below your ears. You're going to grab it into a ponytail, take an elastic, and do the inside out topsy tail. So now you have these 3 kind of waterfalling ponytails down the back of your head. I am then going to take a curling iron and just touch up a couple pieces that I felt were a little too straight. Now comes the tricky part, which is the pinning process. I take a curl, and then following the curl around the way it's curled, I loop it and then pin it at the very bottom of the end. I'm going to show you this again because this is the process you're going to use for the whole hair. Take the curl, loop it around over the top like the way the curl is curling, and then pin the ends. And you're literally going to repeat this on all 3 ponytails with the extra ponytail all the way down the back of your head. It's about 1 bobby pin per curl. And then if you remember, I took out my top because I wasn't getting enough volume that I wanted in the front. And now I'm going to, instead of doing that inside out top detail here, I'm going to pin and twist it. And then it's the same pinning process with the curls. Follow the curl and pin it in kind of a loop on the top of your head. I then curled the little front tendrils in the front of my face to create some softness. And again, this is what you want to make out of it. So it's using your creativity, finding where you need to have more curls or less curls. I definitely used a second mirror and checked out the back of my head a couple times. And then you end up with this really elegant look. Well, there it is, guys. I hope you enjoy. I really like how this came out, and I have to say I got a lot of compliments when I wore it. So please subscribe and like my channel and check out my Instagram. I'll be posting some Valentine's Day makeup soon.